So here we have 2018 question 3. This is a Leaving Cert Ordinary Level paper 1 and it's a question on algebra. So it says solve the equation 2x squared minus 7x minus 3 is equal to 0. Give each answer correct to 2 decimal places. So we can try and go about factorising this the usual way we would factorise a quadratic, except we find that we won't actually get the factors to work out. And when we don't get the factors to work out, we have to use the minus b formula. And the minus b formula is in our log tables, and the answer did say give each answer correct to 2 decimal places. So when it says that, it's kind of like usually we will have to use the minus b formula in that case. So the minus b formula is on page 20 of our formulae and tables. So this is it here. So I'm just going to write it out. So it's minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And they say that where do we get our b's, our a's and our c's from? Well, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 is a general form of a quadratic, and we have to match our quadratic up to which is the a of ours, which is the b of ours, which is the c of our one. So 2x squared minus 7x minus 3 is equal to 0. So our a is 2, our b is minus 7 and our c is minus 3. So our a is 2, our b is minus 7, and our c is minus 3. So now if I stick this into my formula, so it's going to be minus 7 plus or minus 7 squared minus 4a, which is 2, and c, which is minus 3, all over 2a, which is 2. So that's minus 7, so that'll be plus 7 plus or minus. So minus 7 squared will give me 49. So that's going to be minus 4 by 2, which will be minus 8. So minus 8 by minus 3 will be plus 24, and that'll be all over 4. So then I get, I have to add 49 and 24. So I got 7 plus or minus the square root of 73 over 4. So they asked me for my answers correct to 2 decimal places. So my first answer will be 7 plus the square root of 73 over 4. And my next answer will be 7 minus the square root of 73 over 4. So in the first one, 7 plus the square root of 73 over 4, I get an answer of x is equal to 3.89. That's correct to 2 decimal places. And then in the next one, when I have minus the square root of 79, I get that x is equal to minus 0.39, correct to 2 decimal places. So those are my two answers for x. And then in part B of that question, we are asked to solve simultaneous equations. So we're given 2a plus 3b is equal to 15 and 5a plus b is equal to minus 8. So firstly, if we want to solve simultaneous equations in this way, so they're both linear equations, so they're not quadratics or anything like that, we have to get the same variable. So the same, we have to cancel either one of the variables. For either a's or b's, we have to cancel. So for one of these to cancel, we have to have the same number attached to it, so the same coefficient, and they have to have opposite signs. So I think the easiest one to get the same number in front of both of them would be the b's, because we'd only have to multiply this line by 3. So if we multiply the bottom line by 3, I'll just write down my top line first. So the top line is staying the same. And then everything has to be multiplied by 3. So 5a by 3 will be 15a. Plus 3b is equal to minus 24. But they won't cancel as they are because we don't have opposite signs. So I'm going to have to multiply one line all by minus 1. So if I multiply this whole line by minus 1, it'll change the signs of everything. So that'll be a minus, that'll be a minus, and then this will be a plus, because a minus by a minus gives me a plus. So now I'm in a place where I can cancel. So these cancel, and then I have minus 15a and then plus 2a. So that gives me minus 13a. And then I have 15 plus 24. So that gives me 39. So now, in order to get what a is, I have to divide both sides by minus 39, minus 13. So if I divide both sides by minus 13, I get A is equal to minus 3. So that's my value for A. And now I have to stick the value that I got for A back into one of my original equations to get the value for B. So say if I stick it back into the first equation, so 2A plus 3B is equal to 15. So 2A, which is minus 3, plus 3B is equal to 15. So minus 6 plus 3B is equal to 15. So 3B is equal to 15 plus 6. So 3B is equal to 21. And now I'm going to have to divide both sides by 3. So I get B is equal to 7. So my answers were A is equal to minus 3 and B is equal to 7.